everybody! Holy shit! Hi! Thank you. This is an incredibly bright light. If I only say that because I need to say this. If I seem incredibly high, it's because I'm currently experiencing the first migraine I've had in 4 years. Yeah. Now here's the good news. I do a shit ton of mushrooms, so this is a familiar feeling. Just like staring into the eye of God in front of judgment. It's great. But for the first time, I have someone actually drawing on the scroll. So actually, yeah, that is what my inner soul looks like right now. I've done enough bad mushrooms that I'm used to bad trips, so when I look in the mirror sober, that's what I see. So people are like, why would you wear a Slipknot jacket as a grown man? The answer is my third eye already told me I'm a piece of shit. It's great. I used to party far too much. I never got sober because I was really good at partying. Like a lot of guys get sober because when they get blacked out drunk, they have the worst story you've ever told. Every time I got blacked out, I had the best story I'd ever had, okay? Like, sobriety for me would not, it would just mean I lost bits. A lot like that. Like one time I got blackout drunk in Wilmington after doing a comedy festival, and I called my wife. And I was like, I just love you so much, and I just saw the statue of a horse, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I love you, and oh shit, it's not a statue of a horse, that's a cop on horseback. I gotta be right back. And then I hung up and did not call my wife back or text her for 12 hours. I don't need sobriety, I need temperance. So now when I'm on tour, the way I party, the way I have a good time, the way I'm a bad boy is I go to the movies. And this last fall, I went to the movies by myself, and I was going to see Terrifier 2. It's about a killer clown. Don't read it, it's very graphic. And I was in line for like 15 minutes, got up to the kiosk, was like, one for Terrifier 2, thank you. And then I heard someone say, I'm gonna need to see some ID, that's an R-rated movie. And I was like, I am clearly a fucking, if I'm a child, this is a child's about to die. Give that kid Coke, like let him know, you know? But it wasn't my guy, it was the guy next to me, and the guy next to me, he had 2 teenagers who were trying to buy a ticket to an R-rated movie. And I, being a hero, was like, don't worry about it, they're my kids. And that guy went, they're your kids? Indignant. And I was like, fuck you! And then I looked at the kids, and they were 2 Guatemalan teenagers. And I was just like, fuck it, it's 2022. I could be their kid. Maybe the mom's got the dominant trait. You know, no shit, you know? And then he was like, they're your kids? And that's when I realized that for the last 15 minutes, I have been looking at my phone. These 2 kids have been standing in front of me, face-fucking each other. Just making out like crazy, okay? Like the cleanest teeth you've ever seen. And in that moment, those kids... I like how my id is just disappearing further and further. In that moment, those kids had a choice to make. 1, they could go see a PG-13 movie. Or 2, they could lean into incest. But those kids said, yeah, this is our dad. I want to be clear, none of us were at our best in that moment. Like if I wasn't a fucking cop, I would have been like, this is my stepson and his girlfriend, who I'm weirdly sex positive about. I could have been like, they're both my stepkids, but they're definitely siblings. I'm not going to tell another man how to raise his kids. Okay. Okay, emptiness, that's what's inside. And this Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm in love. I've been with the same woman for 20 years, and thank you. And we've been dating a lady for about 6 months, and I know you guys are like, how, you're polyamorous? Oh my God, you haven't mentioned it in the first 7 minutes of your set. I didn't used to be. I like to think I'm sex positive. I say yes most of the time. And you know, during the pandemic, I tried to learn about sex. I want to be a better lover, you know? Like I found out that if you date more than one person, it's called polyamory. If you date more than one Italian, it's called polyamore. Great. Found out if you're going down on a lady and she doesn't come, Something you could do, you spell out the alphabet using, does anyone know this? Your tongue? No, American Sign Language. Get those fingers. Your hand cramps, feels like Cantonese, still sexy. And here's the problem I had. I've got a good personality. Like, I've got a wife, a girlfriend, and they both like pro wrestling because of my arguments. I don't know who the fuck I am. I'm good at the romance part. I'm not good at the sex part. And I know that because Valentine's Day a few years ago, I got the most intimidating gift I've ever gotten in my life. Valentine's Day, my wife gave me a red box with a beautiful red ribbon on it and a note that said, tonight we're gonna make a memory that's gonna last forever. And I was like, sex tape, cool, let's do it. Like, guys, inside that box, I know I have a weak chin, but that's cruel. That is true. My wife does look like one of the ghosts from Pac-Man. I'm leaning into it. I want to be clear. Inside that box was a kit. Oh shit! It was a kit to make a dildo from John Michael Bond. From my dick. That's rude. Has anyone else ever gotten the most pressure they've ever been under for Valentine's Day? I was like, we've already done shots, fuck you. Like, you know. She's like, no, this is gonna be great. It'll be fun, it'll be for us. I was like, I need more details. You know, like, she's like, don't worry about it, it's gonna be real easy. You mix up this stuff, you pour it in the mold, you stick your dick in, we hit 5 minutes, you pull it out, pour the other stuff in, we get a little cast of you. And I'm like, cool. I can't tell if that's me trying to get hard or a popsicle stick for the mold. It's okay, it looks like a flute, but it's very stiff. And that's horrifying, I'm sorry. And that would be the worst. If the head of your cock looked like an umbrella, like, you're just like the first half inch is intense. But after that, it's mostly air. She's like, you stick it in, 5 minutes later, you pull it out, it's gonna be good. And I'm like, I'm all for trying new shit in bed. Why are we starting with me staying hard for 5 consistent minutes? It's rude. Also, I need to know how much mix we get. Do I get one shot at this? Like, I'm building a legacy. I need details, you know? Like what if it goes wrong? Do we just put that one on the mantle, like a sad thumbs up? You know? Okay, I want to be clear. A lot of you may see this and go, I have questions. I'm a David Cronenberg fan. I have answers. What we have here is a recreation of the movie Crash, starring frogs. And man, this is fun because I feel in this moment like a dick. Also, I think the funniest part about this to me is like, you answered a logical question, which is how do you get a dick in a thing for 5 minutes? Like, do you put tinfoil on the top like you're doing popsicles as a kid? No, you don't. You do that. You hover. You know. I also feel like this is revealing because this could very easily just be my hair and me facing a wall in shame. But instead, I saw this as me as a dickhead. So, thank you for Dick Bucket. That actually is very generous to my girth. I've been very insulting to my dick, but I want to be clear, it's really cool. It's like 1 inch thick, but it's like a Yankee candle. It's real cool. I apologize. Oh, Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have been in this joke. Here's the worst part about it, to me, is I was like, I don't want to do this. And she's like, but what if you die? And I was like, bold gambit, what do you have to say? And she's like, what if you die? Don't you want me to have something to remember you by? That's a fucking intense thing to say 20 years into a marriage. You know, like, I've written you hundreds of poems. You don't get my ghost dick. You know, like, This is cool because that's what my ghost dick looks like and what my actual dick looks like after one beer now. And never mind. The worst part about this is if I ever get divorced, I'm gonna have to stand in front of a magistrate. Oh man, my favorite author is Basquiat, or artist is Basquiat, and I am horrified by how accurate a representation this can be. Go to the Broad, there's an exhibit. Oh man. Yeah, the worst part is if I ever get divorced, I have to stand in front of a magistrate and argue for custody of my own dick. That's gonna suck. It'd be like, Your Honor, that is literally mine. And he'd be like, prove it. And I was like, I did not realize there'd be so many people in court today. If I'm under oath, I took a pill that night. All right, I'm horrified. Because I don't know if this is my dick or the magistrate, honestly, at this point. I still don't know. Oh, it's a gavel. Good, okay, it's a gavel.
It's an arm.
This does seem like a non-sex path. This is a very Cotton Mather style magistrate. Sinners in the dick of an angry God. Oh good, there's a lot of English majors here. I read that correctly. This is absolutely stunning. I love this so much. Wow. Is it on a kiln? What's the spinny thing you make?
No.
A potter's wheel? Sorry, I've watched clips of Ghost, but never seen Ghost. That's just beautiful, man. Man, I thank you. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, good, it's pottery now. I was. Is it? Oh man, this feels like the 10 minutes between planes on 9/11. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys so much. Support railroad unions. We're gonna get fucking murdered. Thanks.